If you can't be the most talented, be the kindest. If you can't be the kindest, don't even try. Let's really break that down because that seems like I just told you to give up on everything that you believe in, which honestly is like the antithesis of everything that this channel really stands for. So we're going to go down into detail, like what I really mean when I say this. Do you really believe that you can be the most talented person at something that you do? Can you be the most talented makeup artist? Can you be the most talented photographer? Can you be the most talented at like inventing this particular thing? Can you be the most talented salesperson? Can you be the most talented YouTuber? Can you be the most talented actor? Can you be the most talented performer, dancer, singer, most talented whatever? Do you really think that? Do you really think that you can outwork every other person in the world? Craig, do you really think you can do that? I don't think I can do that. There is an extremely small, so small that it's like almost infinitesimal population of people that can be considered like the most talented. And that's just due to like genetics. These are your prodigies. These are the people who are gifted. These are the people who have had the opportunity to like cultivate their gifts and their talents and their abilities from a very, very, very young age. And not all of us were afforded the opportunity to do that. That doesn't mean we're lesser than. That doesn't mean we're lesser than. That doesn't mean that we're less deserving. That doesn't mean that we're less worthy. That doesn't mean that we aren't just as equal in our chance to like achieve our dreams and we're just not as what the fuck am I trying to say? That we're just not that we're not as deserving of going out and chasing our dreams. No, it doesn't mean any of that. It means that we have to do it a different way, right? It means that we need to practice kindness. Now, what do I mean by being kindness? Kindness means that you center respect, you center generosity, and you center consideration, being considerate, right? So when I say respect, this all kindness has to really start with yourself. The kindness has to be so internal that it like runneth over and it bleeds over into being external. So when you respect yourself, that means that you are disciplined. That means that you are consistent with yourself because you respect yourself so deeply that you would never break a promise to yourself. If you say, I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week, that means that you're going to respect yourself enough to go to the gym 3 times a week. If you respect yourself so much that you're going to say, I'm going to practice singing every single day, you're going to find time in your schedule because you respect yourself so much that you're going to find time singing every single day. Find time to sing every single day. And then once you start to respect yourself and once you hold yourself to that standard, the world around you has no choice but to treat you with that same level of respect, right? They see that you are so into respecting yourself, that you respect yourself so deeply that they have to treat you with the same respect, or they're just not even going to bother, right? If somebody like can't treat you with the respect that you're deserving of, and you know that you're not going to accept a certain level of respect, they're just going to leave you alone, which is ultimately a win and like is kind of like the ultimate benefit of doing this kind of work. But we'll get into that on a later date. So I can sit here until I'm blue in the face, which will be a really long time because I'm black, and tell you to be kind, but you really, really, really have to do the work to be kind to yourself. And then all of a sudden, you'll have no other choice but to be kind to the world around you. And you'll be respecting those around you. And you'll get the respect that you know that you're entitled to. Okay? Be a little entitled. Channel your inner. Who's entitled? Aretha Franklin? Well, I mean, she was a pioneer black woman. She kind of deserves it. She really deserves it. Anyways, sorry, Patty fans. I'm 23. Why do I care about the Patti LaBelle and Aretha drama? Girl. So when we talk about generosity, we're talking about an internal generosity. Internal generosity starts with you showing up for yourself. And that kind of goes hand in hand with the respect thing. You have a gift. You have a talent. You have a special skill that you probably don't even recognize at this point in your life because it's like so mundane and it's so like just like ingrained into your very being that you're like, okay, like that's a skill. I'm like, who cares about that? But it is so integral to your being and it is so needed in the world that you have to go out and you have to go share it. You have to be generous with that gift. You have to go out and share it with the world because nobody else can do it like you, boo. Nobody else can do what you do. Nobody else can create and think the way that you think. Nobody can speak the way that you speak. Nobody can act and emulate your behavior to the degree that you can do it just by being yourself. And that's really, really, really what I'm trying to get out here. Be so generous with that gift, with that uniqueness, with your authenticity, and the world will have the universe, forget the world, the universe will have no other choice but to reward you and shower you with that same level of generosity, with an abundance of love, an abundance of joy, an abundance of wealth, an abundance of freedom, right? This is what we're all working towards, freedom, and also an abundance of community. Once you show up as your authentic self, you will find people who love that, people who think that is the most beautiful thing in the world, and people who value you. And all of a sudden, you have this group of like minded people who are just pushing you to be better, to be stronger, to be faster, to take more action. And all of a sudden, your life is just spiraling, not out of control, but like more in control. If that makes any sense. And finally, you have to be considerate. Not only do you have to be considerate of others, you have to be considerate of yourself, right? Life happens. There are going to be times when you don't make it to the gym 3 times a week. There are going to be times where you miss a day of singing. There are going to be times where you don't eat healthy. There are going to be times where you spend money when you said you're going to have a no spend year. You have to be considerate to yourself, right? You have to see yourself and handle yourself with sensitivity and like almost like kid gloves. But also, you have to be considerate to the world around you. Every other human being that you pass on the street has lived a life that is just as complex as yours. Every single person has gone through a period of suffering. Every single person has grieved the loss of something or someone they really, really care about. Every single person has gone through an action. Every single person has done an action that they regret, that keeps them up at night. Everyone is so complex. And you have to be considerate of that. You have to be sensitive to that. You have to see that as a strength. You have to be the considerate voice in the world that we so desperately lack. And that is kind of almost like the cornerstone of kindness. And if you can really pick on that, and if you can really pick that up, and if you can really like internalize that consideration for others, for yourself, you will have so much value. You will be someone that people hold like to the highest degree because you're considerate, and that's so rare. Kindness is so rare, right? And that's what I mean. Like, kindness is rare because it's hard. People, when I first started the video, it's like, oh, like being talented is super, super hard. I'm just gonna be kind. Being kind is super, super hard. Maybe even harder than being talented in some cases, but it's so necessary. It is so much more rewarding. It is so much more fulfilling to be kind to yourself, to depend on yourself, so the world can give you everything you've been asking for. The universe can give you everything I don't know why I'm stuck on the world. Baby, the universe. The universe will give you everything you're asking for. And if you think that being kind is difficult, try being talented. And if you think being talented is too difficult, and if you think being too kind is too difficult, that's what I mean by don't even try. You need to do some major healing work. You need to do some major internal work. You need to find out and you need to explore why you think you're not worthy. You need to find out why you think you don't deserve it. Because every single one of you deserves every single thing that you envision for yourself, like intimately, like deeply. Like, I believe that so deeply. If we all got what we wanted, if we all got what we envisioned, the world would be such a better place. There's so much out there. There's an abundance of material out there for us, just waiting for us to live the life that we've been dreaming of. You have to know. You have to go out there every single day and say, I'm going to go and get it. I'm deserving of it. I'm worthy of that. And everything's going to change. But until you really know and really believe, it's not even like writing it down or thinking it, it's believing it, like intrinsically, like deeply, like in here, in all this, in like the body, in the spirit, honestly. You believe that you are entitled to all of that, your perspective on everything is going to change. So that's maybe the first step you have to do before trying being talented or before trying being kind. And I just want you to know the journey is going to be hard. The journey is going to be lonely. No one talks about how lonely this journey is. The journey is going to be tumultuous. It's going to be rigorous. It's going to be up and down, twist and turn. It's going to be like a Mario Kart track, okay? But it is so rewarding. It is the most rewarding thing you will ever do in this lifetime. And you need this journey. We need you to go on this journey because we need your gift in the world. All right. Thanks so much for watching, friend. I really appreciate your time. And if no one else has told you this today, I believe in you and I know that your dreams are going to come true. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.